Hey guys, Brett FX here. Just a real quick update. This is going to be a fairly short video. We're going to go over some news that just dropped a couple hours ago. I think it's pretty important and definitely does impact myself and probably many of you guys who actually follow me, still follow me. So today we had a little bit of news about RSP. If you guys don't know what RSP is, it's a rental server program. It is what allows people in Battlefield to run custom matches, private games, host their own servers, so on and so forth. So I'm going to be reading a post from Dan Mitri, the global community manager. And by the way, you know, I'm not hating on anybody in this video. I saw the writing on the wall literally years ago, but I've been one of those people that's kind of just hung on and kind of hope for the best. Doesn't look like the best is coming, but props to the EA guys, Dan, Jeff, Part Welsh, all those guys. Like they put up with a lot of shit, unfortunately, from the community, and I'm sure that they've been fed up with me a couple of times. But props to them, and yeah, unfortunately, they got to bring us this news. So I'm going to go ahead and read his post here, and then I'll kind of give some thoughts on it afterwards and then close out the video. In regards specifically to RSP, I'm going to keep it simple. You haven't seen an update in our direction with RSP because we haven't made a full decision internally whether or not we can deliver it. RSP needs to meet standards and your expectations with the tools we provide. That takes development resources. It also needs to make economical development sense. We can't introduce a feature that ends up costing more to keep maintained than it returns. In other words, we don't want to impact development resources of main game quality of life commitment and upcoming content by routing team bandwidth to RSP development. There's also financial implications here that go well beyond my remit. Let's tackle the former before we tackle the latter. That said, RSP is off the table. No, not at all. Our team will weigh this carefully and either commit to it fully or not. So what that basically means to me, through my experience throughout the years, like I said, this is a very like non-committal answer. It takes the middle of the road. Still tells us that we're not having it, but it's telling us that we're not ever. It's not that we're not ever going to get it. But basically, what it tells me is that RSP is not going to happen. Rental server programs are not going to happen. What it tells me is that if we do indeed get anything at all that allows us to have a custom games, that allows us to have private matches, anything like that at all, it's going to have to be some kind of lobby system. Because I don't see, I mean, they've already have it to where their matchmaking system in public can create a server instance. Well, that's basically what a lobby would do. Now, a custom lobby does allow us to invite specific players to it. Basically, it's private. We would be able to maybe adjust a couple of settings here and there, similar to what we had back in Incursions, which I'm really surprised that we haven't seen that being built on more on a smaller scale, because a year ago, we were having it in Incursions. But, yeah, so it all comes down to money. They say it right there. They say basically that they can't commit to anything unless they're going to have, you know, they're going to be able to make money off of it. And that makes sense, you know, that makes sense. I definitely understand from a business point of view that you would want to be able to make money. I don't blame them for that. Kind of wish sometimes they would just... I wish people would understand that money plays a huge role in this. It's not cost effective for them to come out with rental server programs. It's just not. And then when they say, well, it's not money, it's because they don't have the development team. Well, they could pay people to be developers on RSP. Again, it costs money. It's a money issue. This has nothing to do with the fact that they're trying to make sure that the rest of the game has a good quality of life or that the content is coming out on stream. They could pay for more developers to make RSP work. It's coming down to money. Again, that's not a bad thing. I mean, I don't blame them for it. If I wasn't making money in my business, I'd cut some things too. It just sucks that this is what they're cutting in terms of where I'm sitting, because this is like my whole entire niche. This is my battlefield that they've basically just lopped off and let it go. But yeah, so it's gonna suck. Really gonna be curious to see what's gonna be coming out in the future. Like I said, I think that if we do see anything in the future, it will be in some kind of a lobby system now, similar to what we have in Call of Duty, Overwatch, those type of games. And it'll all be focused on smaller game modes. I don't think that we're going to be seeing like a 32 versus 32 lobby being able to be made. That would kind of be silly. I mean, and really, really hard to do, I would imagine. It's definitely going to be for like smaller game modes. And you know, this brings up some interesting questions. Where is competitive play going to be? You know, as a competitive mode, you need to have the ability to go into a custom game or a private lobby. You have to be able to have a controlled environment. So does that mean competitive is dead for Battlefield? I don't know. It's a fantastic question. I'd love to hear DICE talk about it, because I know that they've put some effort towards it in the past, and we've heard developers talking about it. You know, not too long ago, 5-6 months ago, they were talking about it. Small little updates. I wish I could show you this stuff, that type of thing. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting, guys. Let me know down below what your thoughts are on this. And yeah, that's going to be it for me. So we'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.